Um, what's your thoughts on Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson?
It's hard to go against Shakur, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Shakur's
Like,
good. It's hard to go against somebody like Shakur. Tio is good, but Shakur is like really good. So I can't go against Shakur. I really can't go against Shakur and stuff like that. And I think that Tio has trouble. Tio has trouble with like boxers too. Tio is good. Tio's really good when you come to him. He can look real good when you come to him. But then like if you move away from him, use your feet a little bit, Tio is he'll struggle a little bit sometimes. So I don't think that I don't think he could beat Shakur. I got Shakur.
you got Shakur. You don't think he could beat
Yeah.
him? You don't think it'll be a close fight?
No, I don't think it's gonna be a close fight. I think it's hard to hit Shakur. Like it's hard to hit him with a flush punch. It's hard to hit Shakur. It really is. So I don't think that um if Tio beats Shakur, it'll surprise me. I'm not gonna lie. But Shakur's real good, and at the same time, Shakur really believes in himself. Like Shakur believes that he's gonna be one of the best ever, Mount Rushmore. So it's hard to when you fight somebody like that, like that belief with the skills, not just the belief, but the skills he has. I don't think and sometimes I think that Tio doesn't have high confidence. I think sometimes he does have low confidence. So I think that Shakur should win that one.
By points?
By points. I don't think Shakur can knock him out for sure. I think by points. Yeah, Shakur not really a big puncher, so I think that I do feel like by points. But if Tio wins, I won't be surprised because Tio does have skills too.
Do you feel like it would be an entertaining fight, a fight that stays in the middle? Like, how do you feel like that fight plays out?
No, I think that, with Shakur being so defensive, I think Shakur is going to move around because he knows that Tio has problems with movers. So I think that Shakur is going to move around. Shakur, I think that everybody was, they kind of got on Shakur's ass for his last performances, but then he came out against what's the last dude he fought? The Mexican dude. Um, was
Shakur?
Zepeda. Shakur fought Zepeda, right? So with Zepeda, he stayed there. He stayed and he boxed him, but he stayed there. So it's like Shakur probably feel like I don't have to prove nothing to y'all, especially with Tio. I can move around. I can do what I want, make it boring. And I feel like maybe Shakur will do that and just win on points.
Mm, mm. What do you think about Keyshawn Davis coming up to that division?
That's good. That's good. It's exciting. It'll rattle up the division a little bit. That's shit. That's good for everybody. Rattle everything up.
And shout out to the chat too as well. It's called the Zuffa belt.
Super belt. All right. Is it stand for anything? Zuffa? Or is it does the letter stand for anything? Or is just that's what it's called, Zuffa?
It probably
The
does stand
UF
for
the
something. I just don't.
UFFA? Is that stand for something? I don't know. But okay, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Yeah, his league, he wants to, identify as just that one belt plus the ring belt and then not necessarily socialize with the other sanctioning bodies. I mean, what you think about that? This is an actual boxing league.
I think it's good, bad to be honest. I think it's good in some ways, but it's bad. It's good in ways to where you get one champion. It's just like kind of like basketball and football, But it's bad because boxing doesn't have. It's one person. It doesn't have a team, so you can't really build a superstar if you have that. Like it's because on boxing, bro, people don't realize any given day anybody can be beat. No matter who they are, anybody can be beat. You know what I'm saying? So, when you have a league like that, it'll be hard to build a superstar, one name to kind of solidify everything. People just be somebody winning, somebody lose, somebody win, somebody lose. That person might, somebody you think is gonna win it, they might lose, and that's kind of how it is. But when you have these different sanctioning bodies, you kind of guide them. You kind of can. It's crazy to say, but you kind of can make a superstar. When you got them. But when you have a league and you have to fight, you have to keep fighting just like in just like the NFL, NBA. It'll be harder to build a superstar. So I think it's good and bad. I think it is. It's a good and it's a bad thing, to be honest.
What's the bad do you feel like it comes out of it?
The
Just
bad you
the
can't
pay?
I don't know how to pay is. I don't know how the pay
Yeah,
gonna be about that.
yeah.
Maybe the pay because Dana White, but I don't know how the pay is gonna be. But I think the bad is because you can't how you gonna build a superstar if everybody you just fighting, all the time. It'll be hard to build somebody, like really build somebody up. And That's why I feel like it'll be bad for that. And you still have, and then you still have the other sanctioned bodies, right? You still have all the other stuff going on. You still have the all the other belts out there too. So you add another belt too. So that's the bad, because it's like, all right, when if somebody asks you in the street who's the best fighter at this weight class, nobody knows. Even right now at my division, who's the best fighter at 140 pounds, nobody knows unless you are undisputed. And of course that don't come around because it's too much like it's too much stuff going on with all the belts and stuff like that. So, yeah, bro, I just think it might be a big mess. It might be good, but it might be a big mess too at the same time because it's just adding another belt.
But at the same time, it's like that belt won't be associated with, today's boxing, really. It'll be the Zuffa League, and that belt will be it's like, how they have the MMA, right? You got the UFC. So it'll be
Right.
something like that.
All right. Well, it's going against
It's
the
like
old
for instance,
protocol.
I'm not saying that I don't see you fighting over there, but it's a development league that's gonna, the best of those fighters are gonna prevere in the rehide card.